Oh, hello folks, J-Foo here. Well, this has been a long-needed video for the channel. Channel update. If you couldn't tell, things have been kind of crazy lately. As you can tell, why did I say that again? Anyway, there hasn't been many videos posted since the Princess Peach episode I did not too long ago. Well, it's probably been 3-4 months now at this point. But also streams have stopped, and a lot of other things. I pretty much became silent. Usually I do an update video if things are going to be kind of delayed for a long period of time, and well, I just haven't done that. And there's several reasons why for that. I've kind of felt a little like there's so many things I want to talk about, but I can't decide about what I want to do. So that's my biggest problem right now. I have stuff recorded and stuff and archived, but I just haven't touched on it. Just because I guess things have been a little stressful. I'm trying to get in better shape because you know, declining health is not a good thing. I also hurt my back 3 weeks ago, so that kind of killed me wanting to sit in a chair for hours on end editing videos. And well, I had something for the first time that happened in my life. I actually lost a friend a couple weeks ago as well. Well, 2 weeks ago. Wait, it's 2 weeks ago? Yeah, it'd be a week ago. It was a week ago. Sorry, like it's time has flown by since it happened. Like it all happened so fast. I've lost people before in my life, but usually there are people who were much older, and as sad as it is to lose them, it also wasn't the biggest of surprises. But my friend Brian, who you guys know if you've watched the streams, plays the Dwarven Paladin in our D&D games. He only got to be in like maybe 6 episodes. 2 of our old one that we might continue someday, and 2 or 3 of our new one that we had started not too long ago, A Tale of 3.5 Fools. And so that's why D&D streams have stopped, because we used to do them weekly. And I just haven't been ready to pick it back up just yet. Hopefully next week I can finally pull myself together to do it. We were supposed to do it this week, but I had to tell everyone I just couldn't do it, like, because we buried him Thursday, and it was very hard for me. It was very hard for me. But I have something special in the works too, which is also was a big part of why I stopped uploading stuff as well. It was because I was working a ton of overtime to save up money for a big trip to Chicago. And that is with Stormy, my friend Akeem, my friend Terry, who I think is Lord Hypno on YouTube, I think. He's also on Twitch. I will put his Twitch channel in the description below. And my friend Brian, and Brian drove. And basically we all needed to save up money, so I was working a ton of overtime for several months. For a long period of time, like every weekend I was working to make sure I had money for this trip. I've been wanting to work on the video since we got back, which was July 9th, but then, life got a little busy, but also as a small group of us who some of us became friends for the first time on that trip, and in my case, me and Brian became really good friends on that trip. Like, we had known each other and been friends before, but we didn't really get to know each other real well until he started being in our D&D streams, and then this was the trip that solidified. Like, this is a guy that is a friend of mine. He lives just 10 minutes from my house. I never knew I had a friend who I would consider such a best friend so short a period of time in my life, and he just lived 10 minutes from my house the entire time, and I never knew it. And that's why it's been hard, because then all of a sudden, after forging a bond with a person that strong and having them kind of just vanish from your life was kind of hard. I was a mess for a little while, because again, it never happened to me before, and it's also a realization that it's just gonna keep happening over time. The only time it'll stop happening is when my time comes. I don't mean to get dark here all of a sudden. I am so sorry. I do not mean to get dark. It's just, it's been a couple months of fun times, hardships, and sudden realizations. And that's why I'm also trying to get in shape. Me and a lot of friends have realized life's too short to spend not taking care of yourself. Especially if you want to be there for people in the end, you know, as long as possible. And Brian was trying to do that, and sadly it was too late. Sorry, I don't mean to be all doom and gloom about it. It's just what it is. But anyways, I've been trying to work on that video since we got back. But then after this happened, I realized that if I work on this video, I will have to view the last few memories I have recorded of my friend, which he's not in a lot of the videos because he was driving a majority of the time, or he was off playing Narc for 3 hours in the arcades. But the trip was to go to one of the largest arcades in the country in Chicago, Illinois, called the Galloping Ghost, and our little group who went became such good friends that we even formed a little group name, which is actually named after the Galloping Ghost, but we also kind of named it after what the Galloping Ghost is kind of parodying, and we're called the GG Crew, you know, which is myself, Stormy, Keem, Terry, and Brian. And it will always include Brian, and anyone else who goes with us to Chicago in the future. A lot of his friends who I met at the funeral have reached out and have been great people to me, someone they don't really know all that well. And that's been a big support too. So look for I think I'm going to call it Nerd World Destinations. I think for this trip video, and it was a blast. If you have not been to the Galloping Ghost in Chicago, Illinois, I highly recommend going. It was a long 5-hour drive in a tiny, cramped hatchback with 4 big guys and a skinny old man named Terry. And so, with that being said, that's the state of the channel. I'm not abandoning the channel. I've just been busy with life. It just kind of takes hold and kind of makes you realize things you didn't realize you needed to know. And I will work on this video for Brian. And it'll be hard. And then we're going to try and continue D&D Friday. I just got to figure out what we're going to do with his character Manny and how we send him off. That's another reason why I couldn't do it. I just wasn't ready to send Manny off. But I've decided this weekend I'm going to finish the vacation video, and we will continue D&D next weekend. To move forward, I have to do these 2 things. And as hard as that is, it's what you have to do in life, I come to realize. Again, I don't mean to be all doom and gloom. You know, goofy shenanigans, J-Foo saying silly things about video games, and getting mad about games that get canceled that he wanted to play. So, please stay tuned, folks. I will be back. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Like I said, I'm going to try and finish that video this weekend. If it doesn't get finished this weekend, I'm going to work on it throughout the week until it's next weekend when it gets done. And with that being said, thank you all for being so patient with me. And, you know, I hate for it to feel tacked on at the last second. There's a GoFundMe page for Brian's family to help them pay for the funeral expenses. If you guys want to give, you don't have to, but I'll leave the description down, a link down in the description below, and anything you can give is fine, but I don't expect you all to give anything. Anything is amazing, but if you can't, life's hard, we understand. I have a lot to talk about in the near future. I just got to get my thoughts together for regular content, not just update videos and this Nerd World Destinations I'll be doing. I do have a new episode of Nerd World Icons written out, which I'm always excited to do, but they always take a little while because I got to do a lot of research. So with that, guys, I'll see you guys on the other side, and for what it's worth, no matter what you do, just have fun. Bye!